which you've already seen before. So this, for example, this would be revenue goals which you'd want to hit. These are the market population, average household size, basic stuff here. We'll take the worst case scenario according to them, specifically according to them, is 400 K. Average ticket size would usually be 800. So with these things controlled, you can find out the number of jobs which would be needed. Jobs would be essentially each when it gets closed. An appointment is when the electrician goes to the specific location. And inbound calls are calls which are coming in. These are the calls which are getting converted. Out of these, how many of them actually end up happening, and then jobs which are closed? This is not that important. This page is the most important. So you'll have like a bunch of different things here. We can go through that when you have time. This would be what would be paid up. Here, this would specifically be for marketing. There's a bunch of things which we could reduce on, like these things. And just for your understanding, the yellow column, that is the ones which we can change. This is the expected amount which would be changed. So yeah, these would be the, like, at least so far, this is the most fine-tuned amount we've put. Thing to note is this would be my salary, essentially, here. Officer salary plus this thing. Would probably need to be a bit more, right? It would be around this much. And then you'd have a bunch of other things here. Insurance would be coming up. Rent might be a bit more. Lease might be a bit more. Franchise fees is also included. And this would be the net amount which we'd be left with. So out of the total amount which we had, this would come out of that. This is for the second year. We'd be able to see. Second year just breaks even. These other ones aren't that important. You can skip them. All three of these. Going on to the cash flow, this becomes important because this is the amount we have. And if we're projecting 400, then this will essentially show how much you'll be making per month. And in the end of it, how much you'll be left with. So end of year, you'd be left with somewhere around 85K, right? But this is definitely not including if one of these months this goes to zero, this goes to zero, or like in case one of them aren't there. So in such cases, it'll probably go down even further, and then we have to calculate based on that. If it's something like 250, then it's showing good numbers, but in few of the simulations which I checked, it comes much lower than this. And I think that's about it.